Hi, this is Reg Athwal and welcome to our channel for another episode on Family Business Q&A. Recently talking to our community, one of the questions that came up was around family business governance. And having already published many articles over the years on family business governance, one of the recent papers that I published was around this topic of should you have non-family members on your business board. What do you think? Is that a good idea? Maybe you could put some comments below. Should you have non-family members on your business board? So let me share with you a few things that I had in my article that I was speaking about, and in particular, at some point during the life of a business, and in particular family business, what is in the best interest of the owners may not be what is in the best interest of the business. I hope that makes sense. Ownership versus the actual business focus. So imagine a next generation member, potentially the successor from the next generation who's being groomed, who could be in their, let's say, mid-40s for this example, and you've got a senior founding member who's potentially retiring, who could be in their mid-70s. What do you think would be important to the person who's in their mid-70s versus the person who's in their mid-40s? Could they have a different view of what's really important to them, maybe at a family level, a business level, as well as an ownership level? So therefore, it's important to make sure that the interest of both maintain their strength without compromising the other. And this is when formal governance becomes extremely important. See, good governance is really the support for the family business. Without governance, practices that are carefully conceived and planned may topple over, could become poor practices. There could be family misunderstandings and feuds going on. Members may also feel that there's unfairness or inequality, maybe a lack of clarity happening within the family business. So family businesses that do not practice good governance have the potential to spend time engaging in conflict and resolving conflict and rectifying differing values or objectives. So a question I've got for you is, how much of your time right now goes on resolving conflicts versus building and adopting great governance within your family business? Where does the focus go? Where is the energy going right now? And when these organizations that start to focus on governance, precious time is now freed up to focus on the things that really matter to the business serving stakeholders, to focus on maximizing profits, developing strategy, and creating jobs and maybe new opportunities instead of conflict. In family businesses, there are two important yet very separate domains: the family domain and the business domain. So briefly, let's talk about ownership and control, because this is always a concern for many family businesses that we meet, and especially the founders, the chairman. See, governance practices will vary and change as the business grows. Most family businesses start out very modestly, with just a couple of family members and eventually their children and their cousins, and off you go. So in the early stages, what is governance? Governance is essentially done informally amongst family gatherings around the dinner table when life was simple. And I'm sure some of you can relate to that. But as the company grows and evolves, smart, visionary thinking type business owners will add specialized expertise to their list of advisors and their boards. And at some point during an organization's growth, the family business should consider developing an independent board of directors, also referred to as non-executive directors. Depending on the family business's vision and purpose, depending on the family business number of members, maybe the interest of the family members, and ensuring the right people are in the right leadership roles to grow the business. These could be things to consider of when is the right time maybe to have independent board of directors. So once again, it could be to do with vision and purpose. It could be the number of family members now that you have. It could be the various interests. There's varied interests right now from different family members from one generation to the next. And we're doing it because we want to ensure we've got the right people in the right leadership roles. So why is this difficult? Why can't the owners do this? When there are many different owners from different family branches, as the business survives from generation to generation, their needs of these owners on a personal level will vary significantly. So for example, then, the needs of a family owner who is not involved in the business, maybe they're just a shareholder, they have a significant stake in the business, may vary from the needs of an owner who happens to be a managing director or C-level leadership executive and has minority stake in the organization or no shares at all at this stage. Different view. So a professional independent board of non-shareholders, they're not shareholders, but a professional independent board allows ownership to become separate from, but still work in tandem with a high level of professional control and protection for everybody. This ensures that the best decisions are made for the company first, not solely for certain individuals behind it. As a matter of fact, many family firms go through this significant growing pains at this stage. The head, the chairperson of the organization, may be expected to share more information than he or she is used to sharing as you professionalize the board. They may become more vulnerable. They're feeling that they're out of control or they're lacking control or they feel a bit uncomfortable. These are natural things that one's going to go through. Hence, developing a culture of governance from a very early stage and behaving like a professional Fortune 500 company or a big professional corporate, or maybe a listed company, even though that's not who you are, by starting early, even before getting there and without losing the entrepreneurial spirit, helps embed good governance across business practices. So if this business at the stage of growth where you're involved in right now, with outside shareholders, for example, if your business has got certain partnerships, investors, outside stakeholders like alliance strategic partners, even down to banks or suppliers, if you do have a professional board and you've got access to experts and good advisors, this will give them peace of mind that your business has been professionalized and you will not sabotage it because of family issues. This is really, really important. They do not want to be associated with a family business that will have risk in the future. So most stakeholders will feel much more comfortable aligning themselves with you because of these reasons. So again, we're talking about having skilled experts around you, advisors, and the right independent board directors. This could be for one business board, for one company that you have, and if you've got multiple businesses, you could do this across all of your business boards. So a few questions to think about to summarize. One, do you have a business board right now? Yes or no? And if you do, does it behave and operate professionally and adopts good governance practices? Number two, do you have any non-family member, non-bloodline, independent directors on your board? Yes or no? If you don't, need to work on that. If you do, are they performing? Are they adding value? Three, do you have a group family business board or an advisory board that can support the business strategically for its growth plans, provide wisdom, and keep the business boards that you have, the different operating companies, the business boards accountable with good governance? So for larger family businesses, this will be really important, whether it's a family business board, a family office, maybe a separate advisory board, where the checks and balances are there governing those business boards, and you don't end up with fraud and many case studies that we've come across where things go horribly wrong, or it gets sabotaged because of family issues, because the governance was never in place. So in future videos, other questions have come up around family business governance and what is the framework, so I'll be sharing a few comments on that later. We'll also talk a little bit more in future videos about family versus the board, and also some ownership policies that you can consider. So On that note, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber to the channel with various shows here. Hit the like button, leave your comments, and don't forget to come back and learn a little bit more about family business governance areas. So thanks for watching. Bye for now.